it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video. And welcome to Apocalypse Island, created by Legendary Kill 02. Kind of makes me think of a Call of Duty name. Just running around being killed, oh, being killed again, oh, it was Legendary Kill again, oh. But this is a PlayStation 4 park, so will be available for everyone to download. And let's have a look at this park on the workshop, shall we? So the description reads, the improved version of Apocalypse Island features 2 rides from the workshop, the Smiler and Rage, and the rest I own. I hope you enjoy exploring my park, adding more when I get a PS5 that will include a new roller coaster, the Hillbillies, an improved entrance and more. So I'll look forward to that when the PS5 version comes out. But without further ado, let's hop into this park. So here we are at the park entrance. Now, Legendary Kill actually reached out to me on YouTube asking would I mind doing a park spotlight. Apologies, Legendary, that it's taken me so long. I do understand that you asked me a good few weeks ago now. I'm just in the process of trying to catch up, but I've got so many spotlights to do at the moment. So big apologies that it has taken me so long. But I love this entranceway here, just as you come out of the tunnel. Thank you for visiting Apocalypse Island up there. Construction in progress with a viewing point. Announcement board, Firework Night, Apocalypse Night, more coming soon. And then as we come down here, we've got more being added when I get a PS5. There's little signs like that everywhere, all around the park. So this park is going to be massively expanded once he upgrades to the next gen. But really nice little entrance. I do like that, it's very unique, very original. I do somewhat feel that this park should be default nighttime. When you load the park, it is set at daytime. So of course we will have a look at the park at night later on, but it just kind of feels like the type of park that should be viewed at night specifically. Maybe kind of like just lock it to night if it is that you want this park to be viewed at night time only. But which way shall we go? Shall we go left or shall we go straight up? Let's go straight up. Let's do that. So we've got this main street here. We've got some of the in-game blueprints. Just pop down here. So we've got Apocalypse Hotel. Got a fast track past there. We'll carry on walking down here. We're not going to go into the woods yet. We'll come back to that a bit later on. Got a block of toilets there. Very sci-fi themed as we walk down here at the moment. And straight away, as soon as we come into the park, we've got a ride instantly. So let's have a walk down this queue line, shall we? So we've got the Smiler, not my creation, I just added a few things. So what we'll do is we'll go for a ride. It will be difficult to give feedback for with it not being your creation. I won't feel right giving feedback on a ride that wasn't yours, but we will still ride it nonetheless. So let's walk up into the station. Nice long queue line. And we're not going to look at the stats because again this is not your coaster, so it doesn't seem to make sense to have a look at stats for a ride that isn't your own creation. So let's hop on this, shall we? So there we have the smiler. Again, I'm not going to give feedback for that because it doesn't seem right or fair to be giving feedback for something that you did not create yourself. So let's hop out the exit. I'll walk down here. And oh, I forgot down there. So just a little walkway, just going around this building here. And let's carry on going right. So we've got this flat ride right next to us here, one of them hammer rides. And let's go into the Forgotten Jungle. One thing that I am picking up on straight away in this park is it just needs a lot more terrain paint. It doesn't look natural. It needs more foliage, it needs more terrain paint. It just doesn't look like naturally integrated. So even the water feature doesn't look natural, if that makes sense. So let's have a look what terrain paints we've actually got to play with. Let's change that camera mode because it'll be a pain to try and show otherwise. Right, there we go. Right, what have we actually got? So we've got rock, 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 grass, 4 lots of concrete. Okay, that could be quite tricky. Alright, so I mean, round here we could just put some, let's just change that to 100%. And let's drop that down to, let's say, about 10%. And just go around your water features like this. Even just a little tiny touch with the paint tool like that will make them start looking more naturally integrated rather than just like kind of grass straight into the water. So you go across there like that and it just makes it start looking just ever so slightly more natural. Now you don't have any dry grass or any leaves, so what I would be tempted to do is use this rocks, drop back down to 10% again, all the way back to 10%, change that to about 4 meters and then go around your trees, your supports, anything around here, and just go around everything, like everything where there is something on the ground. So whether that be a tree, a bush, a path, anything, just go around it with that and it'll start breaking it up. Let's just maybe just bump that up to about 20% possibly, and just go around your paths like that. Just start breaking it up that ever so much more, making it look not so monotone all the way around the park, because having a solid green colour around the entire park can destroy a park. It just takes away from, obviously of course this park has not gone for ultra realism, I get that, but despite that it can still break it up. I mean, even just with that alone, them little tiny few things that we've done there, it has started adding more to it. So let's swap that camera mode back. Let's hide that horrible HUD. I keep getting a lot of questions about how to hide the HUD. Now this is a huge oversight on the Frontiers part, but if you want to hide the HUD completely, you need a keyboard to be able to do it. Then what you do is you hold the right Control Shift and press G. That's it. I've had quite a few questions as of late. How do you hide the HUD, Matty? How do you do that? So that's how you do it. Any keyboard will work. So, right, let's hop into Forbidden Jungle, shall we? So, we have got the main entrance for the Lost Temple. Turn back. I don't want to turn back. Don't tell me to turn back. I'm coming on. It's not safe. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's fine. Danger. Oh, see, now I've just said all that about the terrain paint, and as we come up here, you've actually done that. Okay, right, okay, so I was kind of like preaching to the choir a little bit there, actually. Teaching you how to suck eggs, so to speak. So you've done it around here, just not around the entire park. So yeah, just go around the rest of the park and do it. Do what you've started here and just do the entire park. Done. You must escape. I don't want to escape. I'm coming on this ride. Down the queue here. Got the security cameras. Nice little touch. The Hillbillies ride coming soon when I get a PS5. So let's carry on walking around. I don't know if your light is supposed to be tilted there. Maybe if you just had align to surface on, maybe. You don't really need to align to surface when you're using lights. Unless you're going for like kind of the post-apocalyptic and the lights are intentionally falling over kind of thing. Otherwise, just leave it normal and have them straight. Well, right, we're going to hop over here. Hop, 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 hop. Nice big long queue line. And we're coming to the station here. Nice station build. Very nice, especially with all the vines and the weeds coming down. I like that a lot. You've hidden the operator inside here. Again, a nice little touch. And let's have a look at the stats for this, shall we? So we've got the Lost Temple. So, ooh, your ride's excess G-force limits. Ooh, okay. But people are still going on it. So, oh, right. So we've got 8 G-force. So, how are these people not dead? How are you not dead with 8 G-forces? I don't get that. What else have we got? So we've got 7 inversions, 3 airtime counts. So, without further ado, let's hop for a ride on this, shall we? Do you know what? That was actually a really good coaster, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting maybe that to have been worse than it was. Given the fact that it exceeds the G-forces, I was potentially expecting that to be a lot worse than it was. But I actually really enjoyed it. There were some smoothing issues, without a doubt. But on the whole, it was really good. It had some great inversions, some really good theming all the way around it as well. Now, it does make me beg the question. Now, you have built this coaster yourself. This is a good coaster. This is a good foundation for coaster building. There were small issues, yes. There was definite some smoothing issues, a couple of little things that I'll mention back in a second. But it makes me beg the question, if you've built this yourself, then why would you feel the need to put in, say, the Smiler and Rage, which were other people's creations? Because you're very clearly capable of making your own coasters. And a little part on me kind of thinks by using other people's coasters in your park, it kind of does detract away from it a little bit. If that makes sense, you're more than talented enough to do it yourself. This is a good coaster. I enjoyed this a lot, and I'm going to be 100% honest. Now, I said that I wasn't going to give feedback for the Smiler, with it not being your creation, but I felt the Smiler needed smoothing. It was a good recreation, don't get me wrong, and it was, but it definitely needed smoothing. But it didn't need smoothing any more than what this does. What you have built is as good as the Smiler, in my opinion. Now, one of the few little things that I did notice as we went round, so let's give some actual proper feedback. Rather than just saying it needs smoothing and leaving it at that, let's give some actual feedback as to where you need smoothing. So here, I felt it maybe just kind of went into this barrel roll, maybe just a little bit haphazardly, potentially. So it could have been smoothed a little bit just before it came in to that barrel roll there. Then there was a little bit where it went under the ground, which, by the way, was awesome. The underground section was fantastic, really good theming as you went round on all that underground bit. So down here definitely needed smoothing as you came down here. Again, it just felt a little bit haphazard down here. But the theming and all the smoke and everything, really good job. Oh, that's a dodgy camera works. Try and get out of there. Oh, nailed it. And yeah, I think just on the whole, just go around the entire coaster and just smooth it a little bit more. And what I would have personally done as well is I would completely do away with this last barrel roll before it comes into the station. Completely do away with that and just have this as a brake run only, just coming into the station. But besides that, yeah, really nicely done. Great theming all the way around. Fantastic coaster. Did require a little bit of work, but yeah, certainly nothing that couldn't be worked upon and fixed. 100%. So we're going to hop out the exit and we're going to walk down here. I like what you've done with all the train, by the way. I noticed that as we were going around the ride. Really nice scenery around here. Very apocalyptic, as the name of the park suggests. So we've got another flat ride there. One of them drop tower sun thingies, whatever the hell they're called. I can never remember what these are called. What is it called? The Golden Eagle. Okay, I'm going to try and remember that. For the next spotlight I do, I'll try and remember that. £10 says that I don't. So, we have the firework display. Now, I did stand for quite a long time trying to see this firework display. Now, in the description, it said firework display coming soon, so I don't know maybe if that is the PS5 exclusive. I wasn't actually sure if it was in or not yet, so I may have just stood there for a long time for no need. So, we've got Jaws here. There was a little sign, yeah, Jaws. And we've got another flat ride. Some of your rides are closed as well. Quite a few of your rides are closed when you open the park up initially. Well, yeah. Nice flat ride, nice theming around that. Really nicely done. And then we've got another flat ride over here. Now, this is a workshop item. I do recognise that. Seen that in a couple of parks now. I can't remember the name of the creator. I remember saying the name of the creator in another spotlight that I did for Hidden Temple Mall, because the creator of Hidden Temple Mall had put that in his park, but he'd actually referenced the creator and I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. But yeah, that is a workshop item. We've got a pirate ship just hidden behind the trees that is also closed. Not sure why that's closed either. Well, never mind. No problemo. And let's carry on walking down here. So let's have a quick zoom out, shall we? Zoom out time. Right, so we've done up all in this section of the park. I do really like everything that you have done with the foliage around here. Now, I can see that you've used the same tree pretty much over and over. But, despite that, I can see that you've rotated that tree quite a lot. Or have you actually? Do you know what? I'm saying that. And then I'm looking around here. Okay, maybe not actually. Maybe not. Maybe just rotate them Just every single tree you place down, just rotate them. Maybe mix it up a little bit as well. But it does look nice around here, definitely. Good foundation to work on, this area of the park, definitely. So, right, let's hop back down here and let's go down here. I like all the scene down here. So that is a Studios in-game blueprint, I recognise that one. But this isn't, so we've got Land of Destruction, I like that. Got an upside down car, very chaotic, I like that a lot. Let's have a walk down here, shall we? So just again with the paint tool. I like what you've done down here, just put some of the rocks down. Got one of the cars falling into the water. Got a Jeep just propped up on a rock there, as you do. And we come to Swarm Island. So let's have a walk down to Swarm Island, shall we? So this ride is looking good. That does look like a good coaster. We'll go on that in a second. Now, before we even go onto the ride, now, of course, I know, obviously, that the park is basically considered unfinished because you're waiting for the PS5, and I understand that, I respect that, but the park does feel very unfinished despite that, if that makes sense. Now, right now, whilst you're waiting for the PS5, I would be very, very sorely tempted to completely do away with this entire island. Get rid of the coaster, get rid of the island, use the extra percentage that this would give you to maybe finish off the rest of the park. One good piece of advice that I can actually give when you're park building is make sure you finish an area before moving on to the next area. I would much rather see a small park that is highly detailed, that is the max limit, rather than a big unfinished park that is not finished because you've run out of percentage counter. Now, whether that's because you're PS4 or PS5, regardless, I would much rather have seen all of the rest of the park done to the full 66% limit, all finished, completed and everything, and then maybe like kind of a little sign here saying new area coming soon when PS5 edition comes out. Now, I have done spotlights on parks such as that. We did, me and Chrissy did the Simpsons Tropical Park by Hobo Billy, and that had sections that were blocked off awaiting PS5. There have been other parks that have done the same as well, that have been blocked off awaiting PS5. I maybe would have preferred to have seen that. I'm sorry if that maybe does sound very, very critical, but all of this area detracts from the park. It just looks quite unsightly and unfinished, and again, that might sound really harsh, and I do apologise massively for that, but that's just what I think, to be honest. And as I've said before, there's no point in doing these spotlights if I'm not honest. People will very quickly turn off. There's no point in doing all these spotlights if I'm going to go to every single park and just praise every single thing I ever see. I will always try and be as constructive as I can. And certainly the foundation of what you have built, I like. I can see where you are going with it, and it's certainly got potential. So hurry up and buy a PS5, please. Come back to me when you have bought a PS5 and this park is finished, and you know what? I will do a second spotlight for you. So there you go, Legendary Kill. There's a promise for you. Contact me again when you have a PS5, when this park is finished, and I will do a second spotlight. So there we go, deal. So let's have a hop in the station. Oh, I feel horrible, man. I hate giving criticism. Hate it. So we've got the Swarm. We've not got green across the board. G-forces, really nice G-forces. Very nice. Let's pause that before that train disappears. Now, we're going to go for a front bumper view on this because it's quite difficult to get a view on this. So, let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. Right. Do you know what? Let me change this camera mode quickly. Get rid of the smiler. Get rid of rage. I don't want to see him. Get him out your park. Because that was bloody brilliant. There is nothing wrong with your coaster building. Don't use other people's. You don't need them. You are more than capable of building your own coasters. The 2 rides that we've been on that are yours are proof of that. There are a few tiny little issues, but nothing that can't be fixed quite quickly. So, right, this roll here, let me change that camera mode back again. Right, so this inversion here was awesome. That was ace. I love that. Let's watch it just go around. Yeah, brilliant. Just needed smoothing just here. Because it just felt like a little bit of a flick. But I love how it comes down here. Smooth this little bit here as well. Because it kind of just bumped down kind of thing. Another great inversion there. Again, just here, just with that little tiny bump there, just smooth that there, so it just goes a little bit smoother, just that bit. The inversion going over the station, really nicely done. And all this around here was good. Maybe came a little, just a tad bit slow, potentially. But besides that, they are not an easy ride to make. They are not easy at all. One of the trickiest coasters in the game to make, and you pretty much smashed it. So, get rid of workshop rides. I don't see them in your park. Simple as that. Don't need them. Done. You've even put transfer tracks in as well. So you got a transfer track there. Maybe just put a wall here so you can't see this operator. Put a wall all the way down here so it completely hides the station, so you don't realise that there's another station there. And then you've even got another transfer track here as well. Really nicely done. That was fantastic. I'm super impressed with that. I've only ever attempted to try and build one of these coasters once, and it went spectacularly wrong. I deleted it and then never tried again. So, well done for that. So, let's walk down here. So we've got another flat ride there. And let's walk down here. Alright. So we've got the woods, which is the final area of the park. So we've got another flat ride over here that's closed again. I'm not sure why all your rides are closed. I'm not going to lie. Most of your rides in the park are closed, if honest. So a bit strange, that one. Not sure what's going on there. We're just going to walk around here. Let's just have a quick zoom out again. Does this take us all the way around? Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, no, it doesn't. Right, so we'll follow this round, I'm sorry. Right, so we've got a toilet block there. One of the in-game blueprints, I believe. So we'll walk around here, and then we've got 2 more flat rides around the back of here. Not sure if these are needed. Not sure if they are needed, if I'm honest. They're so off the beaten path, they take up 1% each. I'd be tempted to get rid. I would be very tempted to get rid of them if I were you. Give yourself another 2%. You can then not have this path that goes all the way around there. Just gives you that extra little bit more room. I'd keep this one. I'd keep that. I like the fact that that's on that little island there. So I do like that. And plus that'd give an awesome view of the park as well. But them two, I would be very tempted to get rid of. And then just fill all this up with foliage. Like just as the back of the park kind of thing. But we're going to walk back down here. And let's go into the woods. So, we've got a queue line here. I like the sounds around here. Oh, that looks cool, that waltzers. Oh, we'll have a look at that in a second. Right, so, nice station. I like the fact that you put the smoke underneath. Let's pause that quickly. There's not many people coming on this ride. Why? But there's more people coming. I'm sure the queue is full. That queue is full, but they're only letting a handful of people. Hang on, I want to watch that. Okay. Are more people coming? Okay, why are you only letting... Okay, that's not making much sense. Hang on, what are the settings on here? Oh, I can't remember how to do it now. How do I do it? Where are the settings? Advanced settings. Right, what are these? Right, okay, change that from any load. Put that to... Even put it to full load, you know. Do you know what? I would be tempted to put that as full load. Just to make that queue line go a little bit quicker. Because there's no point in having this ride go around if the ride isn't full. There's only a... Like, look at all the back of this train. It's all empty. And you've got all these people here that are queuing for this ride. And half the ride isn't even being used. So, now, because of that, let's just speed it up quickly. Let all them get on. There we go. We've now got a full ride, look. And it'll just help that queue line to go down that bit quicker. So, right, let's have a look at the stats. So the Dark Forest, nice name. Stats aren't green across the board. Not going to worry about that. G-forces, really nice. Good G-forces. 8 inversions, wow, very cool. Right, so let's go for a ride. Of the 3 coasters that you've built so far yourself, that one possibly needed the most work, I think, with regards to smoothing. I'm surprised the G-forces weren't higher, if I'm honest, just with the amount that it throws you around. But as we went around that ride, I started noticing more and more and more. Your attention to detail is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, fair enough, you may have some floating speakers, but we'll bypass that. But you put security cameras up here, you put lights up. As we went round, you put lights on here. Your attention to detail in this park is fantastic. Now, when you messaged, you said you'd worked really hard on this park, and I can see that. I can see how hard you have worked at this park. The little tiny touches of realism that you have put in are fantastic. You put so many speakers in everywhere. Now, these speakers, you could possibly just even move them into the beams, you know. Just move them across into the beams. They'll still be heard, just so they're not floating up in the sky. But just the little tiny things that you've put around are brilliant. Now, there's a couple of little issues with your brake runs. Not brake runs, I'm sorry, your block sections. I'm not very good at block sections, I'm afraid, so I'm not very good at giving advice on them to get that better. So I recommend maybe potentially going and watching one of M&J Games' videos, he did a tutorial on how to use block sections really well, because that is dragging your excitement down loads, because they just sat there and there almost looks like a steam cooker. It looks like they're just in there cooking. But yeah, besides that, honestly, I love your little touches of realism through this park. I can see how much effort you have got into, so I really do tip my hat off to that. For the critiques that I've got on this park, there are also so many positives as well. There really are. And do you know what? Your exit is in the perfect spot as well. That is the perfect spot for an exit, because it means that the guests can literally just jump off the ride and get off as quick as possible, so these guys can get on. So, really nice. So, we've got the waltzers. Now, I don't know if this is a in-game blueprint or not, a workshop item, but if it is not, that is awesome. If that's your creation, that is fantastic. I really, really like that. I hope that that is yours, because that's ace. Oh, that was cool. As we came out of there, that was ace. Right, let's walk down here. We are not going to go on Rage, because it's not your coaster, and it's also not open. And I tried opening it, but no guests would go on it. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on. The path's connected, so not sure what's going on there with Rage. Don't know. But I think that may be the entire park, you know. I believe it is. I believe it is. We come out here. Yeah, that brings us back down there. So there's the entire park. So, oh, what is going on with the camera, Matty? What was that all about? Wow. So let's just have a quick look around, just make sure we haven't missed anything, shall we? Don't believe we have. Don't believe we've missed anything. So, the only thing we need to do is have a look at this park at night time. So, instantly, I'm already seeing some amazing lighting already. Up in this temple area, that is some awesome lighting around here. That looks ace. I wish the firework display was on. It would have been nice to see a fireworks display. Despite the fact of how many spotlights I've done, I've seen very few firework displays yet. So, let's carry on back down here. This park is equally as good at night as it is in the day, you know. It really is. I actually really like the lighting of this park. Really nice. So, right, we're approaching the end of the video, so, feedback time. So, first off, get rid of the smiler. Just get rid of it. It's not needed. In fact, I'm actually just going to swap that back to day again quickly. There we go, back at day. Right, so, get rid of the smiler. It's not needed. Don't need that. 6%. Oh, did you see that little floating guest? They're like, ah! 6% on a ride that's not yours. Get rid of it. Rage. Another 3%. Get rid of it. It's not needed. Let's get rid of these two rides. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There you go. We just saved 10%. That's 10% for you to now do this area. And you could do that well. You could do that very well. This area, maybe just put a smaller coaster. Maybe put a food court or a food plaza, arcade, maybe build a 3D cinema, I don't know, anything. Maybe a small children's area or something like that, potentially. What else? What else? You could also then do your fireworks display as well. Get rid of this. It's not yours. Get rid of it. There you go. Get rid of that. Didn't take another. Oh, hang on. There you go, another %. Get rid of that. Not needed. And then what you could even do is potentially join these two areas as well. Bring the terrain across and actually have these two areas joining up together. And you could even maybe join it round here. No, forget that. Have that, but have that joined then. Just to have it a bit more coherent. So people can like walk around and then walk around that way. I think that'd be better. But you are on to something. I see potential in this park, and I see a lot of it. Some of your little detailing is fantastic. I love what you've done by putting speakers everywhere. Just hide them a little bit better. The same with the lights as well. These lights don't need to be up above the ground. You could put these lights below the ground. It'd be fine. Don't worry about it. Maybe do away with some of these in-game blueprints as well. I believe in your skill that you could do something yourself. I trust that you could build something yourself that would be as good, if not better, than that. Go around more with the terrain paint, mix it up with the foliage a little bit, make sure to spin everything, and as I said earlier on, I just saw a firework. Hang on. Shut the front door. I sat here for ages looking for a firework display and it never triggered. Oh, okay. Do you know what? Ignore what I said earlier on about the no firework display. It clearly is there. I sat for ages. I literally sped the time up as well, and I sat for an entire night at Planko time just to see if there was a fireworks display, and it never went. It never triggered. Right, okay. We're not going to watch all that now because we're going to watch that when we see the when we see the PS5 version. Now, as I said earlier on, I made a promise. Let me know, please, when you have done the PS5 version. I want to come back and I want to do a second spotlight. When I come back, I don't want to see any in-game workshop rides. I want to see your rides only. Bit more smoothing, bit more foliage, bit more paint tool, a few more custom builds. I know you can do it. I know you can. But thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this spotlight. I've actually really enjoyed this park, actually. I really did enjoy it. I may not sound like I did. I may sound like I was being quite miserable and grumpy and just critiquing everything. But I actually really did enjoy this park. It's quite unique and original. And I did enjoy this a lot. But thank you ever so much. Don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. Discord link will be down below if anybody would like to come and join. I'd be absolutely honoured if you did. If not, no worries. That's absolutely fine. And I will see you soon for more Planet Coaster content. Goodbye, stay safe, take care, look after yourselves. Goodbye.